Okay, I'm going to do this again because I feel as if I rushed through it and I created confusion. I'll probably take that other one down. All right, through the Summer Wells case, I'm just going to repeat. I have been decoding, pulling photos all from the Wells social media for over 4 months since this case started. So welcome to my channel, and this is all I do on the channel is Summer Wells. For right now, this is why it's here. I'm going to go over what I did before because I looked back and it was just complete chaos. What I'm doing in this video is showing you two photos that one has the deep fake over it, which is the hospital in the bottom left-hand corner, compared to the photo that was posted of the Wells construction outside their house. Both of these photos match in many ways. And how I know they match is because I know the elements I'm looking for. I have been pulling the same elements that have been repeating, and they're really difficult to find, but it wasn't difficult to see them in this photo that the Wells posted because this was posted when they were first building their little fortress, and probably thought no one would notice it. Let's start with the Wells before I go to the hospital one. They have not only equipment sitting there, but a little boy's face over the construction. I have another photo that his face is bloody, and you could see the V. I circled it all. The V is there, and this white equipment. I'm like, this is very odd. And then you look closer and you see that their construction has an open hole in the ground, which is at the end of the cement, right? So I'm looking at this photo and I'm like, wait a minute. That's the equipment. Like I said this in the other video before, it's the equipment. But the thing is, now take this here. I'm going to keep this here. Here it shows, I'm going to keep this photo up in this corner and this one because it's all about these two photos to show you the deep fake in the hospital, and they're using all the same equipment that happens to be on the Summer Wells property, and it's under the home. So there's the two yellow arrows that are showing what I'm talking about under. They build this wood thing over just on it. You guys, if you've all seen the videos, you see that they built this thing on their house. A couple of the photos didn't make sense to me. Some of them had green grass growing in it, and some of them had doors with hinges. I'm like, well, one of these is fake. One of them is fake. So that's what made me look into these photos. Under the Wells home, that hole in the ground is extremely familiar. And the more I play with it, the more it changes. But I'm not going to be playing with all these that much because now I see it. That hole in the ground is familiar to everyone when they saw Don like hovering over a hole, or when they do the fire and all of this. It's like a hole like that with the same red trim. Looks just like the doorway, everything. And then under the cement thing, where the arrow's pointing is where I decoded these faces. It's in a different video. I know it'll pop up, but I already did that one. So I made it a little simpler. Here is their backyard with the equipment. I circled items in the circle 1, 2, and 3 to show you to zoom in your eye and look at these elements. 3 is actually underneath it, underneath the one that's circled. The elements in 1 is a jug that looks green. Elements in 2 is a screen. Elements in 3 is some sort of a container that is, I personally think that's where I think they're putting blood. That's the only thing that makes sense because there's so much shit going on. So I circled these, and then I go to the hospital setup. Now, when I decode the hospital setup, I'll show this next time because I need to stay focused on what I'm doing with each because there's so much in each photo. 1 is that green jug that matches. 2 is the exact same screen with the 3 cables coming out, and that's a camera. Number 2. And number 3 is exactly the same white jug that is in their backyard. Now, what I did here is put them side by side. They're the same. I don't know how clear you guys are seeing it on your side, but the 2 screens are the same. The green jugs are the same, and that white container with this tube coming out of it. This is all the same. So to me, this is a piece of evidence that shows that this is on their property. They covered up that it's in a hospital setting, and that little girl, by the way, is not in good shape. Not putting that up right now. And the man, which I don't know if anyone knows if he's familiar, but that also could be a fake face on there. That could be anyone. That could be any one of the Wells, the Blighs, anyone. So, I don't know, but his face, he's got a V like across his face. So he has enough information on his body that tells me that this is part of it. The jugs, cement things, which I never really went over. One of the things that is very interesting is they all have that little code on it. And then they tell a story. And usually it's a hanging. And the story shows on each jug, and it is numbered. They have numbers. This one has number 5. Of course it does, because these are the jugs that are in the backyard of Don Wells. And the little scan things that are to the side that you see is on the actual equipment. Now, I don't know what that means, but they match. So, I don't really know, but I basically think that it just tells a story. And all the other jugs actually almost shows like there's human in there. Like, it's very strange. I'm not going to, figure it out. That's for TBI and FBI to figure out. But this is information for them to really look at and to know that this isn't normal to have a jug that looks like that and, rope and all that shit going on. It's just not normal, right? Oh, these are the other children. I'm going to show you a few of those. But the most important thing I wanted to get across is to show the underground area in the Wells house. That is a photo. And they have the tubes coming out. They have everything that we all have been looking at. And there it is. The equipment. It's pretty nasty. To me, this is extreme evidence. And I hope that they use it, because I really hope that this is used. All the discoloring you see here is because discoloring is coming out. Photos come out. They start to change as I shift them. So anytime that I showed you guys kids in like a hospital setting, I already decoded them to show you it's not a hospital setting. they are in bad shape. It shows quite differently. And this one, this one always bugged me because that, the person and they made it look pretty real, and it's not. It's not. All of these elements really, really, really are there. They're really there. And I really wanted to redo the video because it's important to see. And I did talk to the TBI. They know I keep them up to date, you guys, in everything I do. I might be annoying them, but I don't care. One of these times they're going to take me seriously. See how things are changing? See how, look up top. See the V's coming out? In a person? Like, it's so crazy to me. I'm going to open up the PDF. And how all the photos are kind of connected to each other. Like, if I'm working on one photo, they all seem to change together. They all seem to change together. And not really quite clear how that happens, but I could tell you that those two V's weren't there before in the left-hand corner, right? And that's because my original is open to that page. Now let's see if I switch. I'm going to see if I switch pages. See the V is actually looking better. Let's see what happens with this one if it changes. Let's see if it changes. And it is. It's getting darker. Look at the area, you guys, in the back with the black. It's crazy. I really would like to know, like, what kind of freaking program this is. It's changing. The longer I'm staying on these photos. Now I have two windows open, you guys. Do you see? Please tell me that you see. I always have to ask because my third eye is really strong. Do you guys see? Put in the chat. I see the back getting darker black. If you see it, if you see that it's darkening, not a thumbs up. Say yes, I see it darkening, and I'll open it up because it's very interesting. And that's why I'm really happy that I'm doing lives with these photos, because many a times by the time I'm done looking at them and then I put them up, they really do change. Let's see. Let me look in the chat. You do see it darkening. Thank you. Okay, so it is darkening. Okay, so for a long time, you guys, I've had photos that things are moving. And I'm like, am I losing my freaking mind? Am I like, what the heck? And thank God for YouTube that I'm able to do this live, or I literally would be like, what the heck is happening? You know, if things are changing in front of us, and it's changing, and it's still changing. Then it's changing live, and I don't even quite understand it, but it's a pity that if TBI doesn't catch this one, because this one is definitely changing. And now the bricks are changing. The outline of the bricks are getting darker. You guys, I'm not doing anything to it. It's a PDF photo. Like, it's a PDF photo. It's, you know, I wonder if it's because I have the other one open and I'm like clicking on it. Like I'm clicking on the other photo. Well, I think I want to go to the guy in this one. Let me see what happens here. This one. Let's see let's see if we could get him to change as well. And it's getting darker. Wow. You all think I'm Oh my God, this is crazy. This is crazy. I'm sorry. But it's definitely taking effect. And this is why I like to keep my lives on, because many a times I go back, I'm like, wow, why didn't I see that while he's changing, you guys? Look at the side of his head. Oh my God. You guys look at the equipment in the back. I'm watching with you. Wow. Pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. So now what you're seeing is the V that I said we saw on the side of his head is now popping out. Like you could sort of see it now. And the funny thing is, both photos, like the photo that I have on here is changing as well. There's silver V's showing up. And the equipment is changing. Tell ya, this is the craziest case I've ever seen. Makes your head spin. Like, is this real life? Is this like, it's like a freaking dream or like a bad dream, and no one seems to be taking them into custody. Let's go back to the other one and see if it's darker. Look at that. Now when I come back to it, it changes even more because now the red is coming out. Now I really wish I knew how this is doing it without me giving myself tendonitis, which I did on my elbow, going to get a cortisone shot because I hold my phone up so long to videotape the video that I have tendonitis. I should really send the bill to the Wells house. Literally, I have tendonitis from this fucking thing. And it's changing, guys. It just goes to show you now, if you look in the hole, oh my God, we're going to see, you know how the element, it's turning black. The element with, they're like mats with the hole in it. There's two of them now. There's one behind it and one in front of it. I am going to see if I could get this photo in there. Look behind it, you guys. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I hope you guys are watching this I wish I see. That's the reason I really don't like to put arrows in. By the way, um, I'm going to try to save this one. Let's see, edit, copy. Wow. Okay, I'm telling you, those are the doors that I told you that had the hinges on them. You now see two of them. Let me see if this one. Yep, it's back there. Yeah, it's in this one. Now it's in this one, all the way in the back, you guys. There's two holes. You guys, they're on his property. This is his property. This is the best evidence, I think. This is the best evidence yet. Another one is coming. Look what's appearing. Those are the holes in the ground. It's showing. And this is live from WCIA. You know, my background, it's so funny. My background, a television production. I actually got hired by Oprah right out of college. I said no because I moved in with my boyfriend and my parents kicked me out. And they were like, no freaking way. You're joking. Okay. You guys, it's so dark now. Okay, let me try to get this on here without the arrows. Let's see. Paste an overview. Ah, I did it. Okay, here's without the arrows. Wow, okay. This is nuts. This is what's happening, you guys. What idiots. Fucking idiots, I tell you. Now I'm going to try to... Where's the full photo? PP. Wait, I'm going to try to get the full photo. Crop. Nope. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I'm happy I'm doing this live because it won't allow me to get the full photo. Let me see if I have. I'm seeing if the full photo's changing. This is the kill zone. Oh my, you guys, I'm flipping out. Look at that. Look at that, what's going on. I'm putting this up here so you see this. There's another gate or something. There, like a door, but this is his property. This is his property. Oh my God, look in the back. You know how we saw, like, I don't know how much you guys have been looking, but I've been obsessed with this. There are the yellow gates. See those yellow gates in the back? When I have photos of them, or I showed before, I said they're hanging them, they're doing this, and they open up those, like these yellow things, like these yellow gates, they're right in the back. And those, wow. Oh my God. So if TBI doesn't run with this, I'm really not quite sure who we're dealing with. Here, I'm going to do this one because this one's changing. And that doesn't have the arrows. Because now you all know what you're looking at. So now you know that I didn't even point to, this is a good one. I didn't even have an arrow to the one that the arrow's pointing to the black hole, the black thing. I didn't even have an arrow because it wasn't there before. And it's still shifting. It's still shifting. This is still shifting. So now you have like a silver thing coming out to your right with the pole. Oh my God. I'm really, really happy I'm live right now. Let me see if this is the same. Yeah. Edit, copy. Let me see if I get this on here. Putting this up there, pulling this down, edit, paste. This is what one of my photos looks like right now. Silver, do you guys see to the left? It's like a silver pole sticking out and all these tubes. That's crazy. It just keeps changing. You guys, you are watching a freaking, I believe they're serial killers, but a lot of my videos have been knocked down because the trolls or whatever you call them, reported saying that because I did something with the wells. I mean, seriously, why don't they go look and see what I'm making with the wells? And they would understand. Well, this is really interesting. And if they don't dig up the property, I'm not really quite sure why they wouldn't. Let me get rid of these because those are still changing. I'm going to keep that dude over there because I know I want to do something with him. Let's see what's going on with these. Well, the V in the little boy's face is definitely clearer. You could see that in the top left-hand corner. You could see what's going on there better. The jug's definitely in the back seat, at the back of that car, and I personally think that car was probably red, and then they painted the bottom blue, or the car is all red, and they made it look blue in this photo because it's really changing still. You guys are watching live shit. That's good. This is amazing. This is amazing. Look what's growing on the left, up in the left-hand corner. My God, you guys. Like, feel like I'm talking to myself. So interestingly enough, the photos that I had in my when I would crop them, I could then go back to the original. Now I can't anymore. It doesn't go back to its original, but it doesn't matter. I have these, and these are changing right in front of our eyes. So, I mean, it's appearing, and God knows I can't use my wrist because I have freaking tendonitis from this. Look at the V, and look at the. Do you guys see the on the truck like a something? But the interesting thing is the changing of it is, yeah, they're blurry. I mean, I could make them smaller, and you could watch it with them smaller, but there's nothing I could do about it to, you know, um, well, no, they wouldn't smell bad because I think that they're getting rid of it. The up, okay, so up in the left hand corner they're white. They're like these two white V's coming out by the truck. By the truck. Yeah, it's let me look at the other ones and see. Okay, there's page 1. Page 1 probably is a better view and not as blurry. But what happens is, let me look for the original photo and see. Let me look for the original photo and see if it's changing as well. Let me find it. I wonder if the other construction ones will change. All right, let's see. I'm looking for, there are so many photos, it's insane. Yeah, it keeps moving and it keeps doing something. Oh, let me see. I think this is it. Okay. So this is the original. So when I copy and paste it to get, so you could see the back, the thing is that this one's changing with it. So is once this one is done, this one will be, you'll be able to, we'll be able to use this one. Yeah, that's definitely the back of the property. I just can't, I don't, unless it's, oh, interesting. Okay, so do you see the things that are growing? Look in the little crease where the wood and the cement come together. There, yeah, it used to have nothing in there. Now, this one you could see it better. Now you could see the holes. I'm going to see if I could mess around with it. Wait, or just see if I can get it to change. Just keep clicking on. I'm going to keep clicking on the original. Hear me clicking on it? Because this one is super clear because it's the original. The other one, when I crop it, it loses its flavor. It loses its clarity. Okay, so now you could see really well in the back. I wish I knew how to use a pointer. Overlays maybe. Source. Let me see. I'm not good at the overlay stuff. Or the pointer. I don't see where I'm able to use a pointer. So these are real photos. Like whatever is under there, you could see it now. And they look like those same holes. Like I personally think those are the doors and the holes. You could see 1, 2, 3. You can actually see them. Well, I didn't think that this was going to happen, but everything's meant for it. Everything lines up for a reason. Let me see if I copy and if it gets too blurry, but you could tell that white machine in the back is changing colors. See how you have the blue coming through? Now, see that white machine that used to be all white? Now it's blue. See? More blues coming through. Interesting. I will let this keep moving and changing for sure. But the purpose of this here, you guys, is to show you those are the elements. This is in their backyard or on their property. Either way, they're the ones who constructed whatever's going on here. And it's the same elements as in that fake, this fake thing going on over here. Let me open this up. So those are changing, and I'll post it tomorrow. Is that this one keeps changing, and those are the elements of importance. And again, they match the fake hospital, and there they are when you compare them. There's the jugs. And then I went over a few. I just have a few more of the photos to show the abuse, and it's all over the place. The number 3. I mean, it's in every photo. Every photo of hers is just really bad. That one's super bad. There's a lot of children. It's just a lot of kids. It's a lot going on. A lot going on. Whew. All right, so I will leave it there, and I will post the photo. Like it's still growing, which is nuts. See, the V now is red. That's the equipment. And, take away all the noise, take away the equipment. The most important thing here is to show that that's underneath, that's their construction. That's the hole in the ground. And you just see, to me, I see the scene is right in front of us. And if they don't go and take apart this property, I really will be very confused. All right, guys, have a great Friday night. Thanks for tuning in.